Yo, what's up, guys? It's welcome back to the JP Podcast, episode 18. Today we're gonna be diving into something that I know a lot of y'all have a love-hate relationship with, and that is the gym. But here's the twist, though. So as we get into this episode, this isn't just gonna be me being talking about the gym. It's about life as well. How the gym is just life in disguise. And the gym is literally life in disguise. See, every lift, every set, every struggle, those all mirror what we face outside of, hypothetically, the gym doors of that say. And let's just get real for a minute. I'm not here to sugarcoat anything. I like to keep everything raw, honest, truthful, my opinions that I believe in, as well as keep it unfiltered. And I'm talking about the moments when we're in our cars, drinking our pre workout, debating if we really want to go to the gym. Like we've all had those moments of, do I want to be here or do I want to go? And that is just, motivation fades. It is what it is. But that consistency of no matter what going is what keeps us accountable, as well as, having a group that supports you that will keep you on edge of if you don't show up, they will chew you out. Or, just scrolling on Instagram, social media platforms for literally the next hour of just like brain rot. Like looking at the next video, seeing what's happening, seeing other people's success or their weird videos that they're posting. And yeah, that's just life. We all go through those moments of staying constantly on our phone, not wanting to go to the gym. And today, what we're going to do is we're going to unpack all that. Before we get started, again, we have another bum. I don't know if I showed the root beer one yet. Maybe I have, maybe I haven't. But I know I had the Dr. Bum, the cola. The root beer one's the next one. Oh, I had the grape. The grapes, it feels like if you like Grape Crush or Grape Fanta, you would like that one. But, oh, sorry, did not do the test, but here we go. That's so good. It reminds me of like a root beer float. But again, bum energy. They're so good. They are so good. Root beer one probably top three for now. I think it goes root beer, Dr. Bum, and the cola. I know there's other ones out there. There's like a cream soda one. I want to try that one so badly. But now let's get back on topic. So section one. The hardest part is showing up. And let's just break that down. So let's just start simple. The hardest part isn't the gym. See, it's not the weights, the cardio, or even that soreness you get from working out. It's literally the doors, the entrance of getting to the gym. Like we all have those moments, we want to go to the gym. Like we're literally walking through those doors, and I can't tell you how many times mornings, evenings, afternoons, whatever it is that I've just sat in my car contemplating if I really do I go in or do I, drink my pre-workout, waste my pre-workout and just go home. Like I've had that a couple times. Like that just like that train of thought of, I don't really want to be here. And it's like if you've seen like what is it? Any kind of horror movie, like the haunted house, like you looking at like pictures as the gym and like you were just literally like, I don't want to go in. I don't want to go in. Like I don't want to work out. I don't want to see anybody. I don't want to do anything. I just want to be lazy and just, do nothing. And I just get haunted because I'm just staring at the gym, paralyzed, and I'm like, I can't go in right now. And again, this isn't just gym stuff, it's life as well. Like, the hardest part of anything is just showing up. Like, let's be real. The facts is the hardest part of anything is showing up to it, to whatever it is. A business idea you've been, you and your buddies, or you yourself have been like thinking about, or been sitting for months in your head and getting some things out on like paper, pen, pencil, paper, like, out, or even on your computer, whatever it is, and just showing up. Just show up. A conversation you've been avoiding with a friend, family members, what you do, just show up. Just show up is the answer. Even, getting out of your bed. Some mornings it's difficult, especially when it's colder. Like, I don't know if anyone can relate with me, but when it gets colder outside, I feel like I want to just snuggle up in my blanket and just stay warm. Because sometimes I have to wake up early in the morning, like 6 a.m. Wake up to go to work and just, train my early bird clients, and like getting up sometimes is it's a struggle. Like, I have to like force myself to like roll myself out of bed just to get out of bed. But I'm like, for that split second, like shivering because it's cold and I want to stay warm, so I put on sweats and like a hoodie, and I call it, oh, that's good. Let's go to work. But obviously, when I get to work, it's the opposite. It's hot, all these bodies, and then, layer after layer taking off. But what I do is I show up. I just keep showing up. And here's the thing. Showing up consistently, it always beats talent every single time. Almost every single time. But to me, I think it does. Like, you could be a superstar and, be naturally gifted with, abilities that you're better than, you are definitely better than other people, But if those people, like the 1%, yes, there are naturally gifted people who, genetics play a role, or they're just naturally good at whatever they do. Mad props to those people. I'm not bashing them, but then there's the majority of us who are, we start somewhere. We started, at the bottom, and then baby steps took place of progression of keep going, keep moving, keep staying consistent. Yes, we might feel down one week. Yes, we might feel high the next week. But what we do is we just stay consistent, because almost every time, like I said, it beats the talent. Like, you might be naturally gifted, but if you stay consistent, whatever it is, and you just push yourself a little bit further each time, the growth that you will grow is spectacular. So you could be the strongest guy in the room, but if you start to skip 50% of your workouts, what is it really doing? Because what is it really doing? If you're skipping 50% of your workouts and you're the strongest guy in the gym, and then, someone next to you or someone else is putting in 100% of their days of not skipping the gym, obviously taking rest days, we need rest, but what are you benefiting from if you're skipping? It's the same with life, what you put in will be rewarded. And if you are asking yourself those questions, those intrusive questions of, did I push myself hard enough in a safe way? Did I do the correct form? Did I eat enough today? Or, did I do my cardio? Did I exert as much energy as I possibly could in a safe manner? And if all those are yes, 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 then don't be second guessing yourself. Just do it and just be, it's there for you. Because consistency beats raw potential every time. Not almost every time. Wow, this is what gets me. So, and don't even get me started on people who are always thinking about it. Air quotes. Thinking about it. See, if you think, that's all in your head. You're not actually physically. That's the mental. That's the mental battle. Physically, you won't lift the weights, and thinking can get you as far as it goes mentally, but physically, if you have a project due, and if you're thinking about the project, you could be thinking about this project for a year, 2 years from now, and if you physically don't do the work, what's the outcome? Nothing. It's just your head going into that space of I'm thinking about it, but you're not really putting any actual physical work of let's get that thinking into actually running it down and get stuff done. See, thinking won't get you anywhere. If you show up, if you do the work, those are what's going to actually get you places and get you where you want to be at. Yes, it's okay to think about things, but for a short period of time. If you keep thinking about it, oh, I'm going to think about it, think about it, think about it, what real results are you going to see in life, in the gym, in golf, whatever, in your lifestyle, whatever it is? Make a mission for yourself or make a goal or a challenge that you think about it, and then a couple days later, you make an outcome. You physically say, do I do the work or do I go back to the drawing boards? And that's it. Don't be thinking about things too much because then you start to get in your head of, well, this is what's going to happen. This is what's going to happen, like X, Y, and Z. We don't need that. But mainly, the hardest part is showing up, and you just got to do it. It's going to suck some days. It's going to be amazing others, but just show up. Just show up, show up, show up. In gym, in your life, whatever it is, they work as one. Section 2. Nobody cares. That sounds very judgmental or very harsh, but nobody really cares. See, just work. You got to work harder. But this is also that statement of, nobody cares, work harder. But you also have to take care of yourself first. Like, you can't fill whatever I always forget it, but like, a half glass full, you can't fill other people's cups. If your cup is not full, if your cup is empty, I know you're trying to be your best because I do it. I'm getting better at it, but when I feel down or fatigued and my glass is not full, it's empty basically, I still try to be, at my peak moment of I'm there for you. Sometimes, it's physically and mentally draining for myself, but it's just who I am. I'm just a person that loves to help people and just be there for people who are close to me that I'll do anything for them. Even if my glass is not full, but it's at a time it does put a toll on your body because you're exerting so much energy that you don't have. That's you're on like your tank is full, your tank is literally empty, and you're burning whatever is in like the pistons or like the leftover gas when there's no gas. You're just burning everything, and it's okay to do it sometimes. Sometimes we need to like we can do it, but we need to like make an understanding of like it's okay to step back for a little bit, but just communicate with your homies, whatever it is, and just tell them like, hey, I do really care about you, but right now I am not in the right headspace, but I will get back to you. Because we've always heard that quote: "Nobody cares, work harder." And yeah, it is true. But what I feel like is that most people miss the second half of it. Is that take care of yourself. You see, in the gym, when people say they can grind 24/7, I don't believe them. I've tried it, and it's just caused burnout. It's caused overstressing about things, overwhelm, anxious about did I try hard enough? Did I work hard enough? Did I X, Y, and Z? Putting those negative thoughts in my head, and you will break down. Like, don't get me wrong. I've been lifting for, let's say, now it's been six years of just consistently working out, and I've had in the very beginning of my fitness journey thought that thing 24/7 grind. I believed in that like it was like on my heart. Believed in it as I got into more of my 4 and 5 years of training. I broke down. I was like, I'm not doing this. Like I'm not seeing the results I want to see. Um, I'm hurting myself in the process because I'm not taking rest. I'm not recovering properly. I'm not getting enough sleep. I'm not eating enough. My diet's basically crap. Uh, Sleep's like 4 hours, 4 to 5 hours. Like, come on, like, what am I doing? Workouts, I'm just like 2 a days, 3 a days of just cardio, gym, cardio. Like, and it just at a point got physically, mentally like exhausted because I was just drained of I'm pushing myself and not giving myself like some substantial rest, recovery, repair is what helps you grow your muscles. As well as diet, obviously nutrition's a big role, and sleep is also a big role. If you don't get enough sleep, your muscles are going to be not getting recovered. And it's the same with life. Like I said in the beginning of this section, if your glass is not full, how do you expect to help others without feeling that breakage, that drainage, or you know, you feel exhausted all the time because you're just you're just pouring, and like I said, it's okay, but you gotta sometimes step back and just deal with it and just let them be for a bit, and just when your glass gets full, then reach back out, then talk to them about what they're going through, how you can help, because you won't be mentally exhausted anymore. You'll be refreshed, renewed, and just you won't say stupid things that like if you're annoyed about or overwhelmed, diarrhea of the mouth. You're just gonna talk. But once your glass is getting filled, that won't happen. I know some of you are nonstop, are grinding nonstop. Like the grind is real, and nowadays, like how we are now, this society, like we need to grind, we need to hustle, we need to execute, do side hustles, social media, work, school, whatever it is. And we're thinking that being tired equals progress. We come into a society where, like, if we're not grinding, if we're not, if we're losing sleep over things, it's progress. And sometimes, it does work, but sometimes, we do need those days of rest. Because if we don't rest, like, we're just gonna be burning. We're gonna burn out our body to a point where instead of having that joy of the world, or that joy of seeing people you love to see all the time, your light starts to dim. And that's the last thing I want to do, is like that light inside of me. And people you get to know, you see the light inside of them too, and it's like it's amazing how you see it. Religious, not religious, faithful, not faithful. Like you can see who has that light inside of them, and you can also see that darkness people have. That at one point they had the brightest light. They were shining bright, but over time, just yes, stick to the grind, hustle, execute, but don't let it consume you where your light starts to dim. Like think of it like a candle. As like the wax starts to go, the light starts to get dimmer and dimmer, and then when the wax is all gone, that light goes, and it's just dark. And that's how I like. That's how it feels sometimes. That we need to work smarter, not harder, but also not being lazy. Because real talk is that smarter work is more of work like we're doing it in a healthier way of it's all about passion. Like our passion is in it, but we're not sacrificing anything other things to get to that thing. If we start to sacrificing, that's when it becomes more of that, you know, tiredness feeling of its progress, but it's not. Because I remember just a quick story. So I remember one week I was, I was hitting the gym twice a day. Yes, I used to do that. I tried doing everything, perfectly. This was, yeah. And then by Thursday, my body felt like I'd been run over by a truck. It was like a soreness that, some weeks I like that soreness because it's like, shoot, I literally was like not pushing myself hard enough as I should have been. But for this story, though, complete opposite. It's because I was doing 2 days, 2 days, twice a days, hitting the same muscle group sometimes, or doing a chest, back, chest in the morning, back at night, legs in the morning, shoulders at night. You get the point. Twice a days. And I realized my growth was, it was there, but it wasn't like it wasn't growing. And that might sound egotistical of like, yes, you're always growing. Like people, you don't see it, like we don't see it ourselves, but you're always growing. But I wasn't growing though. I saw like I did my measurements, I did my body comps, and I was like seeing everything, and like it was just maintenance. I'm doing twice a day. How am I not like seeing like more results that I want to see from me working out once a week, once a day? And what was started to happen was I started to get frustrated, annoyed, anxious, and just burnt out of, why am I doing this? What the heck are these twice a day season for if I'm not, seeing a quicker progress? Because I'm looking for the shortcuts. If I do twice a days, I'm not saying don't do if twice a days works for you, perfect. But it doesn't work for me. But if you do twice a day, like how I was thinking, if I did twice a day, I should see more progress a lot faster. And all I cared about back then was the shortcuts, faster results, and faster, getting it faster, faster. And life works the same way. Because if you don't respect recovery, if you don't respect the recovery, you won't last. So back to, some of us, we grinding nonstop, side hustles, whatever it is, social media, work, school. If we don't step back sometimes, like we feel completely exhausted, overworked, overstimulated, and we try to push through those walls of, getting a little inch by inch, quick, further and further, you will start to burn out and you won't last because the recovery is, step back from your computer, step back from social media for a little bit, S- you know, work, talk to people, talk to your coworkers of like, I'm not, this is bugging me. Can you help me? Like asking for help in this world, in this society is different. We're allowed to express like, I need help. Can you help me? Majority of the times, people are willing to help. You will get some people who are like, "Nah, if you." But I'm like, hey, we live in that world of, we got people whose lights are dimming, and we got people whose lights are shining brighter than ever. And that's a paradox. So you work harder, but also smarter. You push, but you pause. You go, but you also rest. That balance, that's the real secret. So you work harder, also smarter. You push, but you pause. You go, but you also rest. That's the balance. That's the secret sauce. Section 3. Progress is slow until it's sudden. Yes. Everyone, I always say this in my gym content, I feel everyone wants instant results. They want the shortcuts, they want the fast track, they want to get the results like as if they sleep, they wake up, boom, they're big, or they're they're like huge or whatever. They were thinking in their head, they got it. 2 weeks in the gym, and you don't look like Chris Hemsworth, aka Thor, or Michael B. Jordan from the Black Panther, Killmonger. and I'm just like chill. And you think life works differently? It doesn't. See, progress is invisible until it's not. See, months of pushing, struggling, failing, and nothing seems to be happening. That's what you like. Point of view. You don't think anything's happening, and then one day, yes, it will take one day. Boom, your body starts to change. Your skills start to improve. Someone starts to notice your effort you're putting in, and it's the same with life. Same with relationships and same with work. Cuz I swear the hardest thing is the invisible months. See, those are where character is built. Yes, character is built in the invisible months. You start questioning everything, which is understandable, it's valid, question everything, literally question everything. Am I doing the right thing? Am I wasting time? But that's exactly where the magic happens. See, if you quit now, if you quit in those moments, you'll never know what you could have been or what you could have done. And if you have that quitting mentality, get out of here. Like, we all fail, and it's okay. If you're the type of person that if you fail something and you give up, you need to get rid of that. Throw that out. Throw that mindset out of your head and just, if you fail, you learn from your mistakes. You learn from why did this fail and grow. Cuz think about studying. We've all been to school or trade school, whatever it is, or learning something off of YouTube or learning something off of like social media. Like, we learn new skills, we build a business, or even try to get in shape for this instance. And yes, the plateaus suck. I'll be honest. For my gym goers, the plateau does suck when you can't you're doing as much as you can, but you can't get past that wall, that layer. But that's the test. That's the real test. It's testing that if you push past it, that's when the real result real we that's when the real results explode. It's because yes, you've plateaued, but you haven't given up. You're not throwing in the white flag of, oh wow, okay, this is how much I can lift, or this is how much I can do. This is the skills I have. This is the business I want to build. But you're not like pushing for greatness. You're not trying to strive to I want to do better. I want to be better than that person. I want to be better than that company. Or like stuff like that. Like, it's not more of being humble about it too. Like, their physique is amazing. I want to reach that physique in my own ways. And then pass those plateaus and pass those tests of, I'm not going to give up. Don't ever give up. If it's something you believe in, don't give up on it. It can happen. You just got to be patient about it. Section 4. People aren't watching as much as you think. So, about this section, let's get real. In the gym, everyone's self-conscious. I'm even self-conscious. Like, I have those thoughts, intrusive thoughts. I look stupid. I look fat. I look not fat. I look like bulky, or I look fluffier. You're like, and you know what? I've gotten better at it because I have the mindset of no one cares. No one's looking at me. I'm not that important. And everyone is thinking about their own sets, own lives, their own issues that they're going through, their own struggles. It's the same in life. Everyone thinks people are judging them nonstop. Like, we see on social media, someone's doing better. Someone's chapter 2 is not my. It's someone's chapter 20 is someone's chapter 40. Like, my chapter 2 is could be different to someone's chapter 20. And that's how we get there. We got to build up to those moments with online, at work, relationships. But they're not judging you. They don't even know who you are. Or if they do know who you are, they don't really like you're not that important. You might know their social media handle, and you could see him at your gym. You could see him at a coffee shop. You could see him like in the real world. So what? They're not that important. Nobody cares. And if they think they care, if you have the thought of everyone's thinking about me, they're not. And if you have that mindset, you need to step back for a second and look and think you're not really that important. Because I remember when I started, my Instagram, my TikToks, my social media, all my social media platforms, I was, I'm still scared. But I was detrimentally scared out of my mind that people would be roasting me, people would be hating my stuff, people would be, just talking behind my back about my stuff. And guess what? 90% of people didn't even notice. And the 10% who did, I don't care. I could care less. Like, I'm just trying to post, So what? My content's cringy. So what if it's just content, It's just putting it out there and testing the waters. That's all I care about is as long, as long as it doesn't corrupt your beliefs, your own, like, own inner self. Do whatever you want. Post whatever you want. If it's gym, rants, car talk, whatever it is, post it. Because 90% of people don't even notice, and the 10% who does, the 10% who do, who really cares? They like the video, they dislike the video, they leave a hate comment. So what? You're getting attention to your video. And that's life. So stop performing and just start living. Just live in the moment. Because no one really cares. And then stop letting imaginary eyes run your life. You know what I mean? You start to fantasize in your head of, oh my gosh, this person's talking about me, or that person's looking at me. Did they see my video? Who cares? Like, people are too busy worrying about themselves. Focus on yourself, and that's the secret. So literally, if you have the most cringiest videos, who cares? If it's something you want to post it. Because when I see on my like For You page, it's like, how the heck is that cringy like video popping off? It's because they don't care. They're just posting it because somehow it's gonna get pushed out to more people, and it's just amazing to see like a lot of people I see on my For You page or my social media. So I'm like, that is the cringiest thing I've seen, and I could be right now like, oh my gosh, why are they posting that? But to them, they're like, I don't care, because they're just posting it because they don't care. They're posting for themselves and they're focused on themselves. Section 5. You can't lift for someone else. Let's break that down. You ever try to hype a friend at the gym? You literally you could force them there, take them hostage in a safe way, like ask them, oh, let's go out, and bam, take them to the gym. But what you can't do, you can't lift for them. They have to do the reps themselves. Physically, that they have to do the work. You could get them there, but physically, you can't jump into their body and start repping weight. No, it doesn't work like that. And life is the same. You see, you can't want the best for someone. You can want the best for someone. You can motivate them. You can coach them. You can push them, but they have to show up for themselves first. You can't do their work. You can't fight their battles. Or you can't even live their life. Because it's not, we can't do it. It's physically impossible unless, we find a way to like hop into bodies. But that's not possible. I don't think it is. Hope not, because that'd be scary. But some of you are wasting time trying to force people to change. And I get it. It's coming from a good heart most of the time of like, they need to change. And I've come to realize, with people in my life, you gotta let them learn. You gotta let them struggle. You gotta let them grow. Because you can't stop them. But you can't stop them. But you can spot them, and you can't lift their weight. Because before I was, I tried to help as much as I could. But then you hear the same things over and over of like the same things you're going through a year ago, and you're literally saying to yourself, we had this conversation. And you're still doing the same things, but you're saying you want to get better. You're saying you want to change your lifestyle, but it's getting old. Until you're ready to actually put in the work of learning from what you're doing, the struggles you've created, that's when they'll truly grow. And that's when you can come back. You can spot them, but you can't lift their weight. Section 6. The plateau is where you build character. Yes, the plateau is where you build character. Plateaus are the most disrespectful thing in the gym. You're doing everything right. You're pushing heavy weight. You're hitting, lifts that you probably have never hit before. Training harder, eating clean, sleeping better, 8 hours of sleep, 7 to 8. And, nothing's happening. See, life plateaus work the same way as well. I hit a quick story is I hit a plateau in my lifts for like 2.5 months, I would say. Nothing was moving. I was like, oh my gosh, getting frustration was literally insane. I was annoyed and just frustrated of like what is happening. My bench, could not go up. My squats were staying the same. My all my muscle groups were just nothing was moving in the correct way that I was wanting them to go. But what I did as I stuck to that routine, I had my coach, be there for me, spot me just to get those last 4 reps or try to at least get those last 4 reps and just, have him basically do 90% of the work, but still I'm still trying to feel the movement. And then probably like 2 weeks, it was just like that. The strength got back up. And I was like, oh my gosh, I'm actually pushing more weight than I was before. And it all comes down to character built. Because how I got rewarded was from my patience. Yes, you might go through stages of it's slower. Yes, in life too. There might be slower seasons of, I'm doing the same thing over and over and nothing's working out in my way. But the life lesson here is don't quit when you start to feel stuck. You got to push through. You got to execute through those moments because plateaus, they're not punishments. And if you think they are, you're wrong. It's a test. And it's a test to see if you're serious about the grind, the hustle, the execution that you want to get to. Because if you quit, you quit. It is what it is. You don't know what you could have done. But if you push through those plateaus, and that patience will reward you. Section 7. Why did I say season? Section 7. Pain doesn't mean stop. But it also doesn't always mean push harder. See, there's productive pain and there's warning pain. Productive pain is that muscle soreness, that growth. of actually, we're in the gym, pushing ourselves in a safe manner, and actually, feeling tight, feeling sore, like it was a good lift. And then warning pain, that's the pain where, injury is waiting to happen. Like ego gets involved, and rotator cuff starts to click clack, knees start to click clack, things start to get tight, and like start to pull things, and that's not what we want. Life works the same way. See, not every struggle is a reason to quit. Not every discomfort is a reason to grind harder. Wisdom is knowing the difference. See, listening to your body. Yes, listening to your body, listening to your mind, knowing when to push and when to step back. Because to many people confuse discomfort with failure. Life isn't about avoiding discomfort. It's about navigating it wisely. So a quick story is that intrusively, yes, I would listen to my body, but I would not listen to my mind. So my mind would say, keep going, keep going, keep going. But my body's like, oh my gosh, you're going to pull something, you're going to tear something. And the smart thing would have, step back, pause, and just, take the defeat, take the L, but in a good way, because it was more of that, productive pain of, you've reached that point of exertion of you're sore, but it's growth. I, on the other hand, went to that warning pain of, went to the pain of injury. And what it did is it caused me some time out of the gym because I would be, going lighter. Not even going to the gym sometimes. Like took 2 weeks off because of my dumb, mindset of push harder. Like don't be a little wiener. Don't be a loser. Just keep pushing, push, push, push. Hear the click clack, it's okay. Hear the grinding, it's okay. But now that I've been more experienced, not the case. I'd rather have a healthy longevity, elastic body than powerlifting or, pushing PRs every freaking week. No. I'm doing it in more of a safer way. And, it's taught me a lot of, listen to my body, listen to my mind, and I need to know when to pause and when to push. Section 8. The gym is the one place you can't cheat. Yes, the gym is the one place you can't cheat. See, you can cheat your diet. You go up to In-N-Out, Cane's, whatever it is, You can cheat on your homework, ChatGPT, or, those other websites, whatever they are. But I remember, not gonna say, but yeah, I know they are. Cheat at work. But in the gym, you can't. You either lift it or you don't. You have that fight or flight mentality, going for 225 on bench or whatever it is, 315 on squats. You either get it up or you don't. It's plain simple. You either got stronger or you didn't. And that's it. It's the same with life. You can't fake growth. You can't fake character because over the time if you show fakeness, your true self will appear. It's plain facts. You can't fake experiences. Your actions are the scoreboard. So if you think you can show a fake facade to a friend or to people in your life, over time you start to get comfortable with them, and that starts to chip away, and they see your real colors. They know if it's fake. They know if it's with intentions are pure, or if they're trying to get something out of them. They know, and it's just we can't live like that. We can't be cheating for shit. We can't be cheating for stuff that if we really have true intentions of being ourselves, our true selves with people we care about, don't be fake. Being fake is stupid. If you have to apply, if you have to make other people happy for whatever the crap they're going through. But like I have friends who are completely honest. Like yes, in the moment it sucks, but they're like, dude, get over it. Really? I'm like, damn, that hurt. But it's like, it comes from a good place. It's not them like being mean to me. It's them being straight up brutally honest because they're not fake and they're not trying to like see myself stoop down to levels that they know that what are you doing? Why are you going down that path? They're more of, I get it. It sucks, but get over it and move on. Don't quit. Use that as a lesson of that failure of whatever that is, and just use it as fuel to the fire and get something better. Because so many people want results without the work. It's crazy to see. But the gym does teach you that shortcuts don't exist. And life doesn't have shortcuts either. But again, don't be fake. That fake crap, get the hell out of my face. Sorry. That was a little heated. But at the end of the day, the gym isn't about muscles. It's about discipline, responsibility, patience, and showing up for yourself. Not anyone else, just yourself. Because everything the gym teaches is consistency, struggles, plateaus, recovery, pushing your limits when needed in a safe way. They all apply directly to life. Stop waiting for motivation, please. Stop waiting for the perfect moment and just start showing up. Show up today. Like after this video, show up today, start doing the work, and just start living. We live once. No, we don't. But, don't let anything hold you back. Experience the experiences and take one thing from this episode. If you take anything from this episode, life is reps. Reps build results. Reps build character. And the more you show up, the more you push, the more you grow. And that's it. But thank you for listening to episode 18. Share it with someone who needs it, and I appreciate you. I'll see you guys in the next one. And remember, please, 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 I would love if you liked, comment, subscribe to this channel, because there's be more cool stuff. And it's just amazing to see how much I've already grown with subscribers. Yes, it's still small, but you don't know how much it means to me to see like it go up slowly and just see the people who are listening into my things, into my content, into my podcast. It's whatever I say, I hope it can relate with you in a way that you're not alone, and we're not supposed to be alone. So just know that, like, follow me on my Instagram, follow me on my TikTok, whatever it is, and then that's it. But yes, I'll catch you guys on the next episode, and see you guys later.